Round of 16, U23 World Team Trials. Phillippi working a 2-on-1 immediately off the whistle. Lane Peters wrestles out of it. Peters wrestling with the West Point RTC. So he's part of the U.S. Army at West Point. Wrestles for Coach Kevin Ward. Micky Phillippi just got done with his freshman year of eligibility at Pitt as he goes in for a sweep single. He's got Peters up in the air. At the edge of the mat, he wants 2, not 1. Looking for the back trip. Peters staying on 1 foot. He's already stepped out. Phillippi has to finish inbounds. He does not. So he picks up the first point of the match. Phillippi made it to the round of 12, 2019 NCAAs in his hometown of Pittsburgh. Back to the 2-on-1. For Phillippi, single leg for Peters. He's got it. Head inside. Phillippi with a belly whizzer. Has to be careful he doesn't expose or go past 90 degrees. Peters switching off. Trying to dump to his left side now. Still head on the inside. Phillippi just staying above the plane. He's coming real close. Peters has to keep his hips way up. Keep the pressure on, but also avoid the stalemate. Phillippi keep it straight in there. Peters pops his head up, gets 2, looking for 2 more on the turn. Phillippi has to get his hips square to the mat. Keeping that bent leg is Peters. And avoids going over, does Phillippi. Now, nice tight gut wrench. For Peters, picks up 2 more. He's got the lead, 4-1 now. Phillippi right in front of his coaches. You go out of bounds. Phillippi lets out a yell. Peters wrestling tough. He's not intimidated by a guy who advanced very far in the NCAAs. Peters in the EIWA, placed a few times, has yet to make an NCAA tournament. He's coming out. Guns blazing now. Phillippi, though, answers with a single leg of his own, head on the inside. And there he slips the leg, so he gets 2. Phillippi cuts that lead to 1. They tumble out of bounds, no more scores. "15 seconds left in the first period. One-point lead for Lane Peters of the West Point RTC. And we're going to go to the break. Into their corners, there's Keith Gavin and Jordan Lean, both NCAA national champions. Drawing down Phillippi with a sweatshirt. Army West Point with a few guys using a t-shirt to wipe down Peters. We can get 3 more minutes up on the clock. And we're back in business. Peters with a 1-point lead. Phillippi attacking. Snap down from Peters. He's got heavy hands. Just goes in for his shots. And it's a snap go behind for Phillippi. Quad pod defense by Peters. But Phillippi gets through and has gained the lead, regained it. Had a 1-point lead early in this match. Looking for a leg lace. He brings it up high. Gets a turn. So Phillippi now opens up his lead a little bit more. It's 3 points. Peters was leading by 3 at one point in this match. Head inside, single leg for Phillippi. Has Peters jumping in the air again. And there's 2 more for Micky Phillippi. Starting to open things up, 9-4. 2 minutes left in the bout. With Phillippi taking command. There's a shot from Peters, counter by Phillippi. Working a power half, 3/4. Phillippi once again go behind, slips in that leg. Little grapevine. Has to get his arms behind Peters' armpits. Phillippi's good chewing up clock here, though. It's Peters that needs to work. So still a 5-point lead, minute 15 to go. Under a minute, still a 5-point lead. Phillippi holding center. Controlling the ties. There's another go behind quad pod defense from Peters, but now he collapses. Phillippi races out to 11-4 lead now. That one should pretty much ice it. 30 seconds to go. Peters running out of time to mount his comeback. He's got a 7-point deficit and about 25 seconds to make it up. Spin around, getting a single leg, switching his head to the inside is Phillippi. It's going to be 2 red there on the exposure. Good mat awareness by Micky Phillippi. Goes down early, doesn't panic, comes back, pours it on. 9-point lead is the margin of victory now that it is final. Micky Phillippi takes it and will advance to the quarterfinals.